guy here. And today we're talking about Nintendo because they just confirmed that Nintendo is going all digital.
Yeah, you knew this for the past 2 months, and yet Dreamcast guys still decided to pick one up. Matter of fact, ain't one of your favorite platforms the Steam Deck? And that's an all-digital device too. But yet, for some reason, you defend that over the Xbox ROG Ally. But I digress. I just find it funny that the people that are complaining about physical media are the same individuals that went out there and bought digital games. Like I've said before, if you guys had a problem with this, then maybe you shouldn't have supported it. But no, you did. I can't even complain because I do have thousands of digital games too. And I've said, oh, the Steam Deck looks nice. So for you people to complain that, oh, the Nintendo Switch 2 is not physical, 99% of the catalog besides Nintendo exclusives is going to be on the game key card. Now we talk about a code in the box, which is still nothing new because that was even going on with the Switch 1. What are you people complaining about? I'm sorry, man. I told you that we're pushing for a digital-only future, but yet you guys still want to argue with me. Games still want another W. I've told you guys that. We're pushing through a live services subscription, right, in a digital age of gaming. These things have been consistent with what I've been saying, and yet you guys keep fighting against it. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. PlayStation 5 still putting game on the disc. Nintendo ain't doing it with their cartridge. But guess what? That has more to do with the fact that Nintendo games are so small that it can fit within the constraints of the games that they're trying to develop and make for their audience. Now, in regards to third party, that ain't the case because these games are like 100 gigabytes plus on these platforms. What? Why do you think we abandoned cartridges back in the days? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl, because they were too expensive to make. They couldn't fit all the storage limitations within the cartridge, which only made the games more expensive. So that's why they abandoned it in favor of CDs. Oh, wow. People that have been gaming for over 30 years that don't know this information already? Come on, man.
They're straight up going to start selling you nothing. They plan on selling $70 empty boxes with just a piece of paper and a code inside.
They did that on Switch 1.
Breaking down the idea of used games, of physical ownership, and a lot of people are actually not just frustrated, a lot of people feel kind of betrayed because historically, more than anybody else,
oh, here we go.
Nintendo has been the kings of physical.
We was kings, man. Kings of all the land.
Game. Like, not just even last generation, not just the Nintendo Switch. Think about every generation.
That was last generation.
3DS, the original Nintendo, the GameCube, everything.
Yeah, because that's how people was able to consume their game. What do you don't understand, bro? Those games was like 8 to 16 megabytes. You was out here comparing something as to why WWE 2K25 can't fit on the cartridge. I mean, even with the 64 gigabyte limitations, it still couldn't fit there. The game's like over 100 gigabytes. That's why I didn't even download it on my PlayStation when they gave it for free with 2K24. Like, this was going to be expected, and I can guarantee that Madden, the new Madden that's coming on the Switch, that will probably be a code in the box because they've already done it with Split Fiction. Keep crying, Nintendo fanboys, because at the end of the day, your days of physical media is also over as well.
You had a physical, actual item. But let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 1. I mean, it was crazy the fact that when everybody else started testing the waters of tons of online updates and stuff, Nintendo's always been pretty damn amazing about you buy the game, you put it into your system, and it instantaneously works. It doesn't need a 50 gig install.
That's because most Nintendo games don't take up that much storage within a cartridge in comparison to the third-party games that are coming towards it. It's not a hard concept to understand. The fact that you people are still complaining about that just shows you that you people are being very disingenuous as to what you're spewing in this community. Now, mind you, I'm not justifying it, but I don't hear gamers saying that, hey, I would rather pay the $16 manufacturing cost. So then that would also say that the game cartridges for Switch 2 should be higher as well to compensate for the fact that third-party companies. But see, third-party companies are not going to do that because they understand, see, I'm going to break this down for you, that people wait for games to go on discount, and if they discount the physical version, because that's what ends up happening. If they discount the digital version, they also discount the physical version versions as well. I've seen it with Capcom all the time. Marvel vs. Capcom is at $24.99. They also do it in the stores and retail. Now, mind you, they're not going to want to do that for a game that they invested $16 in to make a cartridge for you fools, just so you could buy it for $19.99 at a Goodwill or something like that. Or at the bargain bin at GameStop. That means they've lost money on their intellectual property. Like, what do you guys don't understand, man?
This is being met with a lot of instantaneous backlash.
You sure?
I think that Nintendo fans are being so loud about the Game Key card problem.
Oh, yeah, they're being so loud that they went up there and walked out of Target with a Switch 2 in their hands and the Mario Kart World bundle. Oh, yeah, they're most definitely complaining about this. It seems like the only ones complaining about it is the ones that didn't fall for the FOMO of the Nintendo Switch 2.
About these code-in-the-box problems, I am 100% certain that Nintendo hears these complaints. I want to talk about this digital code in the box and a lot of the anger around it, because this, I think, is a growing issue that's going to cost Nintendo specifically a lot of money. I think that this is...
They're not the one making the games.
This is going to blow up in their faces spectacularly, and I'm honestly happy about it. But let's talk. I hope you're talking a lot about the fact that Nintendo has now admitted that these Game Key cards are very, very unpopular. In fact, a lot of suppliers and stuff have said that they're selling dramatically below expectations. People are straight up...
But it literally cost them nothing to make, so the third party does not care.
Because why buy a game that you don't actually own, that you can't...
Well, I mean, you're doing it with Game Key cards. I mean, if you're going as far to do that, they might as well just put the code in the box. I mean, they're essentially telling you, get the message, buddy. This is where gaming is going. I mean, Ubisoft, as much as you guys bash EA and Ubisoft, but they were absolutely right in everything they said. Nobody cares about single-player games like that. That's what EA said, and we found out that, look at free-to-plays is taking over. Oh, Ubisoft said, you guys got to get used to not owning your games anymore, and we're still talking about these subjects. But yet we keep saying that EA and Ubisoft is wrong just to find out that the things that they've said happen to be true all along.
Put on your shelf that you can't carry with you. Why buy a game that isn't real? Especially stuff that's so expensive. Like Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a physical disc on Xbox, it's a physical disc on PS5, and it's a...
I thought everybody don't do physical media, though.
Empty Game Key on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Ha ha.
For the full exact price. Meaning that if you're buying it anywhere, you're getting the worst product on the Nintendo Switch 2, which is...
you was going to get the worst product anyway, because the Nintendo Switch 2 is far weaker than the PS5 and the Series X, but... What point are you trying to make?
It's just strange thing. So
but it's portable, though. It's portable.
Now, Game Key cards, this is a thing that some people are still sort of wrapping their heads around. It's essentially a download code with an extra step.
It's a license key.
Putting this cartridge into your system, it installs the entire game off the internet. It doesn't exist on the cart whatsoever.
Yeah, we've known that. We've known this since PS4. I mean, let's get moving.
However, it is literally just a key that allows it to download off the internet. If you plugged it in airplane mode, absolutely nothing would happen. Now, the reason this keeps happening is because
here we go.
These companies are straight up trying to be incredibly cheap, and Nintendo is...
But they've always done this with WWE 2K. They've been doing it since WWE 2K18. How is anybody surprised that this game, that hasn't really been putting the games on the cartridge in the first place, decided to put a code in the box? Really? That's like being surprised that EA decided to not put a game key card for Split Fiction. Like, come on, man.
Allowing it. Nintendo supports it.
And you know what's even more fun? I can guarantee GTA 6 won't be on the CD, but you're going to be the first one to buy one.
But here's the inspiration for this video. So they just announced that WW 2K25 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, and it is a full game download. Game card not included. It is a code in the box. I just really want to let that sit in.
But it's not just any code in the box. It's got Roman Reigns on it.
$70 empty box. Why would you buy this? Why would they make this? Why would they even ship it? At this point, it is so disrespectful. Just sell it online only. Just make
It's
it
disrespectful the fact that you guys don't want to see the direction that gaming is heading, and companies have to play with your emotions because they know that you guys feel so personally attached to your little physical media that they're trying to get you guys to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, everybody's here. Like, we're all here. Even people's like, "Oh, games, you should be for the gamers. Why are you defending them?" It's not me defending them. It's me telling you guys about reality. Okay, these companies are tired of playing fake. You know what? I'm gonna say it. They're tired of playing fake pretend with y'all. They're tired of telling you that you own your games and you don't. They're literally playing fake pretend with you guys, and you guys still keep eating this crap up. Give it a rest already. If you don't like it, then go play your Switch 1. Go play something else. I have my retro, so I'm good. No matter what happens to the gaming community, I don't care because I have my retro games. You can't take those things away from me. And you know why I did all that? Because I knew what was coming. That's why. I wasn't you fools caught up with my head so far in my behind. I didn't know what was going on. I've seen this a long time ago. And now you people worried about, oh, my God, my physical, goes my kids' college and tuition, you know, my AC payments. Is this what y'all, my investments?
Nintendo Switch 1, you have to buy a cart, obviously, right? You buy it from Nintendo. Nintendo sells them in separate sizes, an 8 gig, a 16 gig, and a 32 gig. So if you're making a big RPG, you'd buy the 32 gig cart. Or if you're making a little tiny indie game, you buy the little tiny carts. And it made it where profit margins were a lot easier to calculate because the upfront cost of just manufacturing was a lot lower. Whereas now, with Nintendo Switch 2, because the graphics are bigger, because the game install sizes, the assets are larger.
Yeah, so you know that. That has every reason to do. This is why we abandoned cartridges. Even PlayStation was smart in putting the PSP with the little mini CDs. Y'all remember that? The ones that look like the ones from the GameCube? Even Sony knew what direction to push for even portable gaming. Okay? We knew that cartridges wouldn't be the future of video gaming and entertainment, and that's why that concept has been completely abandoned. Now you guys know, we've known this, oh, but it was on the 3DS and the DS. Okay, that game was like 500 megabytes to make. What are you talking about? Oh, but it was on there back then, but it ain't on now. Yeah, because your games weren't 64 gigabytes of space. Were they, dummy? Like, come on, man. Like, I feel like I'm talking to toddlers.
This is the only option.
Aww.
Nintendo only allows people to make 64 gigabyte cartridges, which are costing about $16 each to manufacture.
Ha.
So if you're making a $50 game, I do understand why that would suck, because you're cutting like 35% of your total profit margin gets cut into here. But I still feel like this shows why Nintendo is lazy. Nintendo could absolutely create different scales of carts.
But it wouldn't have mattered. WWE 2K25, I don't even think it would have fit on a 64 gigabyte cartridge. I don't even think it would have fit on there. Because I swear, I seen WWE 2K24, they told me that it was like 134 gigabytes. And I'm like, oh, I'm not downloading this crap. Now, mind you, who knows?
The same way they did with the Nintendo Switch 1. But also, I think it just shows...
And why are we blaming Nintendo for something that they never even did?
that Nintendo doesn't care, and these manufacturers clearly don't care. And it's funny...
Why would they care?
I feel a lot of people immediately like, wait a minute, I'll take a game card key if this is the other option.
See? Games still won another W. Didn't I tell you that Nintendo fanboys are starting to sound like PlayStation ones? Because only a PlayStation fanboy would say that.
Seen hundreds and hundreds of replies being like, actually, wait. I mean...
You guys bought a digital-only platform. I mean, at this point, you should have got the Xbox handheld.
My annoyance about this is that I truly believe Nintendo thinks this is the answer. I'm 100%...
It is most definitely the answer.
Serious. I think Nintendo sees the massive backlash of people being so annoyed about GameCube cards, and their solution is to go all digital, when people want the exact opposite. People are trying to get more physical games, not more digital games. I have seen a loud group of people.
Yeah, that must be me.
A group of people, but there is a loud group of people that are seemingly cheering on
the idea of this digital only future, baby. Woo! Yeah, try to tell you fools, try to warn you, but you didn't listen to me.
I have seen some people that say that this is awesome. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All physical
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Stuff to go away.
Incredible.
And I have to admit that I don't understand their point at all.
Oh really? You know what? That's what I like, Dreamcast guy. You see, Gamester, you is a fraud. You defend these practices, even though I don't support them. But you is a fraud celebrating why gaming is going digital. People like you is the reason why you're ruining game. I'm going to unsubscribe from you as a fan of your channel and go subscribe to his because I can't wait for what Dreamcast guy is about to say.
Truly just don't get it.
He don't get it, Gamester. He don't get it.
I own literally 1,000 digital games.
You said what? You all hold on. What? Huh?
Go away. And
I was backing you, man. What?
To admit that
that's why I like him. He keep it real. He not like you. He don't support these practices. This is what I'm telling you what a real man is all about. You can look at Roman Reigns' face and he can tell you that what he about to say is what real gamers need to all say. Go ahead, Dreamcast. Rock it away.
Understand their point
he don't understand y'all
at all.
Yep.
I truly just don't get it.
He don't get it.
On literally 1,000 digital games.
Bro, I swear, man, my eyebrow went up like The Rock. What? I really don't understand it, guys. I don't understand it. I got 1,000 digital games. What? I can't be the only one that did that. Like, hold on, let me hear this again.
Wait. And I have to admit that I don't understand their
I don't understand it
all.
either. I don't.
I truly just don't get it. I
either.
own literally 1,000 digital games.
And you out here. And you was out here complaining about physical media when you own over 1,000 digital games, man. Ain't nobody want to hear it, man. I'm tired of these complaints because it's disingenuous. Y'all know it. Me, I can't take too much of a stance because I've supported digital. And we know why digital has been popular because it's a lot cheaper. Bro, I've seen games priced at $60 in the stores. And I'm like, whoa. Xbox got it for $3.99. I had to pull my shirt to the side a little bit and be like, yeah, I think I'm going to buy that instead. Okay? Let's not act like we haven't all indulged in this. I mean, look at them Steam sales. Hey, they got a physical copy for your PS5. Go buy it on there. But this is $2.99 though. 99 cents. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy the 99 cents digital version. Everybody is guilty of this. Okay? So I have no problem with digital handhelds, physical handhelds. At the end of the day, I get it. People are upset about the physical. But I look at it from the perspective that these games weren't going to fit on the cartridge anyway. That's why they're not doing it. And they're not wasting it on top of it. Even if they did, they got to take $16 out of that manufacturer fee. The only way that this could even remotely happen is if they raise the prices. So for this game to be $70, this game would probably have to cost either $90. They probably will cost you $90. Would y'all pay $90 for WWE 2K25 to have the game on a cartridge? Would you? That's all I'm going to say. Would you pay $70, $80 for Street Fighter 6 on a cartridge? Are you guys willing enough to take the manufacturing losses? But what you guys don't understand, even if you are willing to do so, all the games that they make and mass produce, they drop them based off the digital sales, which what I'm trying to say. So if WWE 25 has a $29.99 sale, the physical version would also have to match that as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is the reason as to why this is happening, because they know they don't want to sell it at a discount. Maybe they need to sell these games exclusively through, limited run that actually does it the right way, but we already know they're not. They're doing game key cards too. Physical media is over. Accept it.
I'm not going to claim that I don't have a big catalog of games I bought digitally, but...
So why are you complaining? Your whole Steam Deck is digital.
Kind of stuff where when I think about it, what is the advantage of getting a digital game over a physical game? There just really isn't one. Not
really?
But
let's hear it.
This is the kind of stuff where when I think about it, what is the advantage of getting a digital game over a physical game?
Oh, really? A physical game, you can lose it. I know a person that had a house fire and they lost all their physical games, but guess what? If they had a digital, all he had to do is log into an account. Matter of fact, digital is good if you have children and you don't want to mess in with your disc. Okay, you know how many people that have families that have children and they're going in messing with their controllers and accessories? They can't afford that. So if they, and on top of it, another good benefit to digital is the fact that two people can share it. I can buy a $70 game and somebody else can play it. You're going to go as far to say that there's no benefits of why a person would be digital? Listen, man, I'm a physical dude, and I'm going to sit there and tell you where you're wrong. Okay? I could buy this game for $70 and share it with another person. Now, if I want to do that with a physical copy, I would have to pay $150 to do that in comparison to $70. This is why Game Pass is also good, because you can share it with multiple members of your family. You can share it with 2 Xboxes in the household. Maybe that's why the subscriptions ain't going up, because they got a bunch of people sharing it. Bro, you know what, man? Y'all don't know nothing about gaming.
There just really isn't one.
There's no good reason, he just said. No good reason for digital. But yet you got 1,000 games.
This is the kind of stuff where, when I think about it, what is the advantage of getting a digital game over a physical game?
I already gave you guys the advantages.
Really isn't one.
There isn't one. You heard what there isn't one? Don't do that, bro. Sales, bro. Listen, there's more benefits of buying digital than there is physical. I just listed them for you. Digital games go on sale all the time. Physical games really don't. I mean, you know, I had to fight tooth and nail just to get a freaking what was it? A game, a physical copy of a game, because they didn't print that many copies. Like, bro, like, I mean, being physical collector now is very hard. You gotta wait a few months. Everybody's playing the new Tomb Raider. I'm finally gonna be able to get Soul Reaver physical copy. I could have played it a long time ago if I got the digital copy. Digital versions are being released before the physical counterparts in a lot of regions. Y'all like, yo, Gamester, you hitting it all bars, man. Y'all know this. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. Now I get to finally play Soul Reaver. And I want to play the new Tomb Raider. What, the 4, 5, and 6? I gotta wait for the physical copy. I'm not the biggest fan of it, so I don't mind waiting, but I'm just saying, if I bought it digital, I could have been playing it right now. Like, come on, man. Don't say there's no benefits to buying digital.
One that I can think of anyways.
Yeah.
Look at this. Instead of making digital copies cheaper, they made physical copies digital. And this is I think, my primary argument. If you want to say, hey, we're trying to cut out the manufacturing of this as much as possible. To make a physical version, it costs us $16 a pop. So if you buy it digitally, we'll sell it to you for $50. It's a $70 game.
No, because they're going to still want the game price at what the market value is. At the end of the day, you're saying that they should take the loss. They're not going to do that. You had a better argument based off what I said by saying that you would pay for the manufacturing fee. Right? But guess what? They'll pay for the manufacturing fee, and then the game will sit on shelves, and then we got good old Dreamcast guy picking it up for $20. You're picking up the game for $20, and they printed a $16 cartridge for you. Bro, y'all not getting this.
$50 digitally. That, to me, I'll be honest, I would totally accept that. To me personally...
Of course, because the company is getting screwed over. But like I said, this is not how good business is run. You give me the product and I pay for said product. The only way that this could happen, and I know it won't happen based off what I was telling you about the price drops, is if you guys take the manufacturing loss. That is it. Which means that the physical version will be more expensive than the digital version. Which is even less of a benefit to even own the physical now. Like, bro, you said all these benefits. I don't know the benefits of a digital over a physical, and I've listed several different reasons as to why that is the case.
Even though I'm saying I prefer physical games, I think
You sure? Because you bought 1,000 digital ones.
Idea of a digital future that's at least advantageous.
At least I can say I have 1,000 digital, but I also have thousands and thousands of physical to go with it.
That to me is more acceptable. The idea of the fact that they're just making games just as expensive, I guarantee it, they're going to turn these into $80 games as soon as they possibly can. And also, you're just getting less out of it. To me, it seems ridiculous. I think there's going to be a lawsuit soon.
Also, you guys can sleep at home saying, I own it. Listen, we don't live forever. At the end of the day, all my thousands of games that I have is going to go to somebody else. This is why I laugh when people brag about, oh, look at my car, look at my house, look at my jewelry, look at that. Listen, Hundreds of years ago, people lived and they had the same luxurious items that you have. Guess what? They're no longer here no more. You need to just value the experience. You guys are wasting all this time. Oh, I want my physical. I want my physical. Instead of you just enjoying the game. You people are acting like you lived for over 200, 300 years. You guys are acting like turtles in the ocean, living for over 600 years. That is not you. Your time is limited as a human. Enjoy it. Why are you wasting your life?
I saw this thing today about the fact that currently people in...
I don't care. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, everything that I said was 100% correct and facts. Because at the end of the day, Gamesta told you that we're pushing for a digital-only future. Gamesta with another W. Peace out.